So hello and welcome to Listen Up, the NSO pre-show talk. I'm Dale Jarvis, and we're starting off today with Heather Kao. Heather, welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
This has been quite a season, some ups and downs. Can you tell us a bit about your experiences over the past year?
Yes, certainly. It's been a great year, despite all of the challenges that we've had, just from trying to set up rehearsals, finding places to rehearse that'll fit all of us. And of course, hasn't been all of us. It's just been small groups of people. So finding music for that, the smaller groups has been difficult. But it's been wonderful getting to play. So thank you to Hugh and Mark and Steve for all that they've done to get us where we are.
So we have some interesting music on the program. We have a trio and a piece by Canadian composer Heather Schmidt. Can you tell us a bit about the program?
Sure. So this year we've had Vernon playing with us on cello, but he has a full-time job with the university. So to give him a bit of a break, we decided each program we would add in a trio, which has been fun, but there actually isn't that much music. So this Tanayev trio that we found, I've actually never heard of Tanayev before this, but apparently he's a very famous Russian composer, good friends with Tchaikovsky. They were colleagues, perhaps even more than colleagues, I've read. But it's a great little trio, and we'll probably look at some more of his music in the future. And then the Heather Schmidt piece called Phantoms. She wrote this, I think, back in the 90s for a string quartet competition in Banff. And the phantoms that she's referring to are actually something to do with the rare crystals, and when the shapes that they form on the inside of the crystals, these little internal mirror pyramids, are called phantoms. And so I think intellectually, when you look at the score, you can kind of see these reflections of ideas and the development and evolution of these ideas. Listening to it, it does sound a little creepy and dark, more like ghosts. But it was a fun piece to play. Very difficult, but good. And I don't think I'm not even sure that anyone's played it since that competition in the 90s. So that was fun. I don't know where I even got the music. I just found it in a big pile of music that was given to me. So we said, okay, let's do this. And then last off, we have a Mozart, a very famous Mozart, very beautiful. I think he wrote it for the King of Prussia at the time, who was also a cellist.
Fabulous. Is there something you're looking forward to as we sort of start to come out of lockdown?
Oh, it'll be so nice to play for audiences again.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Although a bit nerve-wracking, it's been nice to play our concert and then go, oh, you know what? I think I'd like to do that again. Let's record that again. So to have to do that again, we won't have that option anymore, but that's good. It brings the energy.
Great. All right. Thanks for this, Heather.
Thank you.
Next on Listen Up, we have Vernon Regehr, guest principal cellist. Vernon, hello and welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
I'm delighted to have you. Anyone following the NSO this season will be aware that with the departure of Theo Weber, you've stepped in to join both the quartet, the Atlantic String Quartet, and in some cases the orchestra, as an audition process has not been possible due to the pandemic. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience over the past year?
Well, first of all, it's been great to have a chance to play with these wonderful musicians. So that was just a real pleasure. It was also a wonderful, sort of opportunity also to actually get to do some playing, whereas so many musicians have not been able to perform. So I feel really lucky on that sort of count as well. I'll just say, and this has gone for everybody in our community and elsewhere, playing concerts for no audience and for recording that will obviously be watched later by the audience. Took a while to get used to, and probably none of us are really used to it yet. But that was a very strange experience. We really realize as performers how much the presence of an audience changes our energy and changes our just our whole well, not really approach to playing, but with just the mics running and with no audience, it sort of changed that approach, I suppose. So so that was a very interesting learning experience, and I can't wait to play for for people again.
Your day job is at the university, where you're involved not just with string players, but with Mon Orchestra. And this has been a challenging year for the university, and certainly for a group like the orchestra. How has the experience been for you? Have you been able to get together at all in person?
We did for about a month. In January, the university opened back up for that sort of window, and we had planned those activities. But then, of course, our lockdown came in early February, and so it was really it was wonderful, really wonderful to play together, even for those number of weeks, and really showed us that we missed it, and we missed getting to sort of flex those ensemble playing muscles and listening in that very particular way. So I'm glad that we did have that experience, albeit short. So we are looking forward to going back to that in the fall.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, just kind of out of curiosity, what does your fall look like? Are we kind of planning to be back to something like normal?
Something like normal.
Something like normal, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the main considerations now is just sort of from a sort of technical point of view, just thinking about room capacities. How many people can I have in the orchestra? This past year, we actually just did a string orchestra, and of course that made it a little bit easier to sort of plan and to navigate, and also without wind players and all of their extra aerosols. But we are actually hoping to bring back winds and brass to some level in with the strings. So that's very much in process now, but that is our hope. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it'll be good to have everyone back together again at some point, anyway.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thanks for this, Vernon.
Thanks for having me. It was nice chatting with you.